welcome back to another video. I'm Purple Gaming here, and today I'm playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So today, as I say every time I now realize twice, we're going to be doing another Ultra Buffed Ally, this time Super Rare, Ultimate Ally Super Rare, because it was a lot of fun last time when we did it for the rare version, so we're going to do it again today. I once again apologize, my voice sounds very strange or weird. I still have a bit of a sore throat and stuffy nose, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty fine. I don't think I'm that sick. It's just a stuffy nose and sore throat. So hopefully I will feel better for tomorrow, but for the time being, you'll have to deal with this. But today we are doing, as I mentioned, Super Rare Ultra Buffed Ally. So the ally we're using today is Wizard Lord. So there's a couple actually pretty decent super rares if we look at the collection. We have obviously Wizard Lord. Rattle could be interesting because he has really fast attack speed. Wizard Lord actually does have pretty decent attack speed as well. What is it? 0.83. Okay, so it's not that great, but it's not bad. And then even other characters like Huntress Wizard or Wizard Monkey, for example, all of these are pretty good towers. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with, like which one I'm going to use necessarily. I want to try Wizard Lord. But I also have Rattle equipped, so he'd probably be my backup. I did quickly test Wizard Lord does indeed get damage buffs. So as for our character trinkets, it's the same as last time, but obviously we have Tuxedo Jake. We have PB, not that big of a deal. PB's mostly just random things. We have Marceline and Warrior PB to give that extra ally. Unfortunately, Wizard Lord can only be equipped once. He can't get multiple because of, like, he doesn't be equipped to Commander Cassie or PB, so you can't get 3 of them normally. So we're going to have 1 to start off, and at the end we're going to have 2. But it will be interesting to see potentially if Rattle actually does better. I don't know. But we have Rattle as the backup, so he might be pretty strong. But anyways, I think we're ready to just get started. Wizard Lord, let's begin. So Wizard Lord, if you didn't know, as the ally goes, he does this. He does a pretty cool attack like this. So his projectile bounces off walls, or anything really, and it looks pretty cool. He's one of the only allies in this game that has both camo and lead popping power. I don't think he can pop purple balloons, but if not, even still, he can pop most balloon types, but he might actually be able to pop purple balloons. I don't really remember. If he can, then that is great. If he cannot, then that is too bad, but not that big of a deal. And as you can see, he gets damage buff, so that's pretty important as well. So now it should be time to go ahead and get some Cobras, so that's exciting. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one. Wizard Lord was my first super rare item in general, and obviously my first super rare ally as well. And he's really cool. I really do like him. I like that he had that camo lead popping power, because it's a pretty rare thing to get early game. Like, it's a pretty hard thing to get. It doesn't happen that often. It's pretty difficult to acquire, I guess. So it was pretty nice to see that, I guess, there's just a really easy way to get camo lead popping power for whatever rounds have it. I don't really remember what rounds have it in this game. I think 59 does, but I'm pretty sure there's some earlier rounds as well. They normally do try to keep semi in sync with the ones from BT6, at least for the more important rounds. But there is definitely a lot of variation still. Still cool. Super awesome that we get to have so many Cobras here. Really good for money making, so that is pretty great. I feel like there's another one we're missing, though. Is there? Yes, there is. There's one earlier on. And now we can get our Tuxedo Jake money. All goes in. We end up with a ton of money, which is pretty great. But yeah, Wizard Lord, pretty powerful ally. Unfortunately, we can only get 2 of, so we're not going to get many of them. But who knows? Maybe 2 is all we're going to need for Wizard Lord. Maybe he's just going to be strong enough to do it himself. We'll find out, that's for sure. But yeah, I am definitely interested to see how well he does. Not super confident, but not confident either. I believe he just has an attack speed, so it's attack speed, Pierce, duration, and attack speed. So it's pretty powerful. His upgrades are not the best in the world, but they're definitely not bad. Mostly it's his area effects that work so well. I guess we actually should get those upgrades now. They're not that expensive. And there we go, our maxed out Wizard Monkey. So he actually doesn't really need Inspiring Melody, but I'm going to go for it anyways, just because I normally do. And also, I'm not positive that he can pop purple balloons, so we got Inspiring Melody as our backup solution, so that's pretty great. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. I've completely run out of things to say. There we go, Inspiring Melody has been acquired. How was your day? I always like to say that when I'm out of things to say. Hopefully your day was pretty good. Mine was pretty decent. I'm getting a little annoyed about my sore throat and now stuffy nose, because I already hear it now. I'm a little nervous to look at the recording today, because I feel like I'm gonna sound very, very weird, and I don't like that. So that's a little unfortunate, but who knows? Maybe I sound perfectly normal, and it's only weird in my own head. I don't know. I find one thing is weird. Sometimes if you have a stuffy nose, your ears sort of get, like, blocked off a little too. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I find sometimes if one sense is down, you know the classic saying is like, oh, you lose a sense, all your other senses are heightened? Yeah, I feel like it's the opposite. If I lose a sense, or if a sense gets worse, all the other senses get worse too. But I mean, I suppose that's not necessarily true. That could totally, very much so be just me. But still, I don't really like it, and that's unfortunate. Is that everything? I feel like we're missing something. I guess we might as well go for, like, fame, but that was really quick. Not Gumball, Lemon Hope. I always forget about Lemon Hope. I don't know why. I could not talk there for a second. But yeah, I always forget about Lemon Hope. He's pretty solid. And then we can obviously get the Cobra upgrade, which I will do in a second after we max out Lemon Hope. But as per usual, we're going to be maxed out pretty early on, so that's pretty great. One thing I am a little nervous about, the next one is the Epic Ally, which is really great. But for both the Epic and Legendary Ally, we can't start with them. Like, Legendary pretty close to getting it, like, Vampire King's not that expensive. But Tech Terror is 12,000, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to afford that, or what I'm going to do for that one, so definitely let me know. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should drop, like, a money-making Finn until I can afford him? What do you think I should do? Because I don't really know what I'm going to do. I guess I might do that, just, like, money-making Finn, get our Cobra, 6-0 Jake, make the money we need, as soon as we can, sell and buy the Tech Terror, and then go from there. That could be interesting. It's not quite as fun that it's not solo, but it's really expensive, and there isn't really anything else we can do about it, so we're sort of stuck in that position. But yeah. Wizard Tower, Wizard Lord, rather, you're doing a very good job. Very, very acceptable. I am interested to see the, Mode Class Balloon on Van 42. Always a very good test to see how strong a tower is going to be. Unlike most, actually, I think all of our allies so far, I think this is the only tower that might not struggle that much with the actual normal balloons. Like, a lot of the towers, like, all of them, I think, have lost so far to rushes of, like, regen zombie balloons, whether they're rainbows or ceramics or even zebras or something weaker than that. It's just a lot of balloons. They hit the Pierce cap, and then they are completely stuck. And, well, then there's not so much you can do. Here's the Moab, and I'm not liking this. We're dead. That was really, really bad. Huh. We also, I guess, didn't have our Time Machine character. I never placed Warrior PB. Okay, that looked really badly. Here's what I want us to take a look at. I want to take a look at a different ally, because that basically showed us this. He's not a good ally for dealing with Moab, so let's look at Rattle Balls. He attacks very quickly. He could be a lot better against Moabs. We can get 3 of him, so maybe he's better. Are any of these good? Like, we have an attack speed, Pierce as usual, and then, actually he does have a damage buff. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I guess we're going to try again with Rattle Balls. I did kind of want to anyway, so we'll take a look at him. That didn't take that long anyway, so it'll be nice to get a second run in here. So yeah, we'll try out this guy. If he does pretty bad too, that'll be disappointing. So far, we haven't had a behind/loss or tie or whatever. I was pretty nervous when the rare one came around, but it actually did as good, if not better, than the uncommon. So I don't really know about this super rare now. I kind of figured each rarity up it would get easier, but it does not seem to be the case, which is pretty bad. But I guess we'll just wait and see. Like, so far, he seems like a better character. His attack speed's more than double what the Wizard Lord was, which is a big deal. Like, that's a dramatic increase. There's not really that many other things that have that large of a rapid jump. Like, that's more than double the attack speed. That's more than triple the attack speed. So, realistically, it would be like 3 times the damage to more class balloons, at least individually, which is kind of nutty. I have no idea also if he has area attack. I know some of the rare allies last time I was struggling with because they missed a lot of attacks because they didn't swipe, they literally just poked something. But I can't tell if this guy has area attack, because you'd think, if you look at the character's design, that he'd be the one doing, like, the poking. He'd do, like, a poke attack. But it kind of looks more like he's doing a swipe, at least if you look at the, like, balloons that are taking damage. So that's interesting. Not quite what I was going to expect, or what I was expecting, but definitely interesting. I feel like he's doing worse against these normal balloons, but overall he's probably doing a fair bit better. But it's hard to tell. We're gonna give him a shot. If he loses, I guess I'll try out, like, Wizard Monkey or something. Actually, if he loses, I would probably go ahead and try Tiny Manticore. I don't like the flying towers on this map because there are 2 entrances. It doesn't work nearly as well. But Tiny Manticore is one of the best and definitely my favorite of the allies, or of the super allies. So who knows, maybe he would do a really, really good job. It's a little hard to know. But yeah, I think we're going to be in a pretty good position. I'm a little nervous. Rattleballs is also going to do a pretty bad job, but we'll have to wait and see, as I've said numerous times before. I guess we'll get his upgrades now. Once again, they're usually pretty cheap, the ally upgrades. Allies really aren't that good of towers unless you ultra buff them. I'm noticing this now. Giving damage buffs, like significant damage buffs to allies is huge. Like, if you look at that, well in range of Tuxedo Jake, he was one-shotting white balloons. Normally, he might have, I don't know, maybe popped blues or greens in one shot, but whites and blacks, no way. So that's a significant difference that we just got now, which is pretty awesome. I guess I'll go for the other towers now, so let's plop in a Marcelin. Marcelin, you can go over there as per usual. And then we will go for PB and Warrior PB. I can't forget this time. Warrior PB is pretty important because Warrior PB has my time machine. And you can never leave home without a time machine. That's the lesson of the video. Never leave home without your trusty old time machine. It is really helpful, though, to have that extra restore without having to use a continue, which is good, because I don't have the money to use a continue, because I have no coins in this game, because I spent them all on continues. And the powers video. I wish I never made that video. I spent like $50,000 on power-ups, and if I hadn't done that, I would have had the money to not need to do this. I would have actually been in a decent situation and not been doomed, but instead I was doomed, so that really sucks. But we'll see. I really am nervous now to see what's going to happen with the Moraplast balloon. His range is getting a lot larger now with Tuxedo Jake and PB and all those range increases, but it's still pretty tiny. And I mean, his damage is good, but it's not incredible, and I'm a little nervous again for the Moab. If we do lose, obviously, it's not the end of the world. It sucks a little, but it's not that big of a deal. For him, we actually are able to get 3 more Rattle Balls, so that's pretty great. But at the same time, it's a little unfortunate, and that would be a little bit too bad. We also need at least a couple more rounds to actually afford this setup. If you lose too quickly, we're not even going to be able to afford to get the rest of your allies, so then we'd be really stuck. But we should be in a pretty good position. Realistically, we're probably not going to lose until at least round 42 anyways, so that's not really that big of a deal. We should be okay on that front. But yeah, I'm just listening now to the music, calming down. I do like this game. It's very relaxing. Like, there's not a ton going on in this game, like in Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense, but there's still a lot happening. Like, there's a lot you gotta focus to. It's just a very calm, fun game. Bloons Adventure Time, you're a great game. I really wish you got a sequel. Wouldn't that be awesome if one day Ninja Kiwi was just like, hey, you know what? We've decided, Adventure Time decided, I guess, we want a sequel. Woo! That would be very fun. That would be an awesome day for the channel. I would be super excited for that. But unfortunately, that may never come, and that kind of stinks. But you know what? It's a fun game, and I still got plenty of things to do. One of these days, I'll probably run out of stuff to do, but every time I thought I had, I just came up with something else to do. Like this challenge. I never thought about buffing allies than Tuxedo Jake. He gives a lot of new opportunities for, like, challenges and that stuff because of all balloon popping power of, what's the upgrade called? It's like, Inspiring Melody, that one. Lead, camo, purple, black, whatever it is, it's really good. Okay, Moab, he did a way better job, and by that, I mean, he actually beat the thing in a single loop. So that's pretty good. Still doesn't make me feel the greatest compared to even the rare and uncommon allies, but I mean, we're still gonna be able to quadruple this damage. And I mean, he is popping these balloons pretty well. Like, he's dealing with a lot of mobs here, and he's dealing with them pretty decently. I love how these mobs seem to be popping. He, like, just pops them at the end of his range, and one singular white balloon is left. Because I think what he does is he turns ceramics down a couple layers and then into whites and blacks, which doesn't really make sense, but it is interesting. Yeah, it's really cool to see because he attacks so fast. That makes him a really versatile character. I guess we should make a prediction. What round do we think he's gonna lose? And we're gonna need to place down 3 more Rattle balls. I think whenever the first BFB comes out, which is 53? Maybe? I'm trying to remember this. I feel like I always say 52, and it's always not that round, it's the next round. So I'm gonna say 53, but I don't really remember. But yeah, I guess we're gonna wait and see. It will be interesting to see if we ever actually beat the Bad Balloon. Maybe with the Tech Terror. Honestly, I don't think the Vampire King could do it. I think Tech Terror, if any of them are gonna be able to do it, it's gonna be the Tech Terror. But I don't really know, and I won't find out for a little bit. I did feel like doing this challenge again. Obviously, the rare one was the last challenge we did for Bloons Adventure on Tower Defense, the last video in general for it. But there wasn't really much else to do, and I felt, you know what, this was fun. I still have the builds ready, why not do it again now? But definitely let me know what challenge ideas or videos for this game you want to see next. I'm thinking of doing another 2 towers Unpoppable next, but I'm not quite sure which. So I guess, I don't know. Let me know if you have any 2 tower combinations. I'm definitely thinking of maybe going for, like, I don't know. I want to do something more with some allies now that we've been doing all these challenges, but the allies don't work in most scenarios. Like, I guess a support ally, maybe in some cases, you can go for, like, support plus your main tower, but it didn't work too well. Also, round 53, I was correct. Can we pop the Moabs? We cannot, which means it was perfect. We succeeded perfectly. I got the round perfectly, so that's just incredible. Okay, now we get to plop down all the Rattle balls wherever he is. I said wherever he is. Where is this ally? There you go. Okay, so good enough. Number 1. Woo! Number 2. Woo! And number 3, the final one. These guys, you're not in good positions, but you still got all the buffs for some reason. Right? Yeah. So then I guess we have to choose our Lemon Hopes, split them up a little bit. I actually do have 3 Lemon Hopes here, but I don't think I can go for all of them. I think we can go double up on 2 of these, but not all of them. Actually, I think I can give double up on all of them. I changed my mind. Okay, you first one, you go over there. Then this last one, because I have 4 of them apparently. Perfect timing. I definitely planned that. And then we should be good. Hopefully we're going to demolish this BFB now, and when I think we're going to struggle, we have our attack speed boosts, and it'll be all great. Let's see, can 4 of them beat it in the first attack cycle? I feel like they can. Yeah, that was incredible. They just absolutely wrecked that. Next big test is the ZMG. If we can beat the ZMG pretty well, we'll probably be fine to the end. But it's hard to know for sure. Sometimes a tower makes it to the ZMG without needing multiple, which didn't happen in the previous tests, like with Uncommon and Rare, so I don't know. Maybe it'll go very well, maybe it will not. We'll have to wait and see. Overall, I think Rattle Balls is just a way stronger version of Businessmen, who is a powerful ally, and it's a lot cheaper. But overall, Businessmen didn't do all that great. Obviously, I think Businessmen did worse than Rattle Balls, which is not surprising, since I'm pretty sure Rattle Balls has, like, double the attack speed minimum, which, you know, basically means double the damage, if not more. I think. I don't know. I'm assuming double the attack speed means double the damage. That makes sense in my brain. But yeah. I guess CMG is getting very close now. 1 more round to go, I think. Nope, this round's not done yet. Is it done yet? No, there's another BFB. Then there'll be 1 more round to go until we reach the ZMG, which should be exciting to see how well we do. I think there's still another BFB. Man, round 58, you were much, much longer than I thought you were. Or the round barely started when I started to say it was done. Like, I saw the zombies pile up, and then there was just massive gaps between, like, mob-class balloons. It's weird. You don't expect it. Yeah, so there are camo LEDs on round 59. I thought there would be. Maybe it's because there's so many regions on this map that really makes it so difficult. Who knows? Anyway, ZMG time. How well are we gonna do? I think I can get away without using the attack speed boost. but we'll see how well do we do. Can we pop it? We're definitely going to pop it on this cycle, which is important. We pop some of the BFBs to ceramics, the rest to Moabs, and then we demolish it on the way around. Pretty good. I think we're probably going to be able to make it to round 75, no problem. It'll be interesting to see how well we do against the bad balloon, but I'm pretty confident we'll be able to make it that far, especially since we still have our Warhorn little attack speed boost, which should help if we struggle a little bit. Maybe it doesn't turn the whites. It kind of looks like it turns into green balloons first. Maybe I was wrong on the damage count. Maybe it's just because he attacks that fast, I can't even tell what layer the balloons turn to. That would make more sense. Or it's because they're outside of the range of Tuxedo Jake. That's certainly possible as well. Yeah, I guess that would make a lot of sense since Goo Goo Mama Meter gives +3 damage, and that's only within Tuxedo Jake's range, so that makes a lot of sense. The greens are 3 layers, so that would work. Well, you know, all sorts of things like that. No idea what I just said there, but it was lots of fun, so that's okay. I really do apologize again. I feel very strange listening to myself, as I mentioned earlier. It's weird when you're sort of sick. You feel pretty normal. You don't necessarily feel unwell, but your voice just sounds super strange. It happens sometimes. And unfortunately, you just gotta wait it out. But I didn't want to do a video today. I didn't want to leave it without, and I didn't, as I mentioned already, I don't feel sick. I don't feel unwell. I'm just very sound strange. Sound very strange. That was the order of the words I meant to put them in. But anyways, another ZMG. How well are we gonna do? Pretty good, I think. I think we're fine. Looks okay. I mean, there's always the deities that could totally mess us up, but considering we have essentially a MIB surrounding them, I feel like we're gonna be pretty okay against the deities, since realistically, if you have a MIB, DDT's not that difficult. If you don't know, MIB BT6, it gives any balloon popping power to all towers under its radius. Super useful, so that's great. Yeah, I guess we're gonna find out pretty quickly, so that's good. Fortified BFB, that could actually be a bit of a challenge. Since it moves so much faster than the ZMG, it can actually be a bit of tricky. But no, that was pretty easy, pretty good. Anyways, DT time, how well do we do? Pretty solid. We popped it one cycle, didn't loop around or anything, which is good, because I think there's always a fortified DT on round 73. If I remember correctly, that's probably the case, I think. I guess we'll find out. But we seem like we're in a pretty good situation, so that's quite great. Quite good indeed. DT again, yeah, we're fine. Cool. I can't wait for the bad balloon to come, in part, because, I don't know, it feels like we've been here for a while. I really wish we have the 2x speed or whatever. I think it's actually 3x speed. I feel like I've heard that before. Can you just add a 3rd arrow there? 3rd fast forward arrow. Just make it a little bit faster, please. That would be very appreciated. That would be very nice. Instead, we have to wait through these tedious rounds until the end. But hopefully these rounds I don't think usually take that long. 73 I'm still a little scared for, but we'll probably be fine. Probably. I don't know. There's a double ZMG here. I guess this will be a decent test. How well do we do? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty identical so far. But I guess they wouldn't really hit Pierce Cap till like now anyways, yeah. Still, I think we're more than good here. Like, we're in a pretty decent situation. Got a little close there. Was a little scary, but I think we are more than okay, so that's pretty great. Yeah, Moab's done. We are pretty decent. Round 73, any trickies here? Yes, there is a fortified DT, 2 of them. We just lost the fortified DT. And I can't continue. Which sucks, because we totally could have beaten that if I'd used my attack speed boost. Well, that really stinks. I need to get some coins. I need a challenge idea where I can bring in treasure chest keys or something like that again, because I really need some coins. Because as far as I'm concerned, that tower made it to round 75. 74 was a joke. They would have beaten it. 73, we totally could have done that with our attack speed boost. Feel a little stupid. I should have used them anyways. I had the ability. I should have just used it. So that kind of sucks. Thank you all for watching, anyways, even though we messed up. Consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed and subscribing to join the Purple Elephant Squad. It makes my day super nice, and I really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!